East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go. Sweetie! I'm going to run you over.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Grade 15.
To throw is Wentz. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. Check 4.
They run it here with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a third down.
Here we go. Waiting! Here we go, D. Mike 41. What's the run? They're running it. 41 to Mike. 46 down, man. 5-4. Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Watch the run.
On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Here's Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Go. 180.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Here we go, here we go. 120! Watch the run.
Now Gordon on first down. Spins away. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 11 yards there. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A toss play. Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. First carry for Royce Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Go. 180!
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big gap. Watch safety creeping.
Now Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 20-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
You're not ready. Tyson.
They're going to give it to Gordon. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Eagles 38-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Haywood.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check safety, check safety.
They toss to Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Go. Waiting.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, kill.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. He's going to fight. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Waiting.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Eagles 17, Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm going to come back to you. 45 is the mark.
Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check my 21. Get the ball.
From the 41, Wentz dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Come on, D. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down carry for Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Jones' throw on target to Shepard. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for the Giants. First down. First and 10.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Mike, 53.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
check the out, check the out.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
5-9. Check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. Jones. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 64 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Second and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, back man. Waiting!
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now throwing after the interception. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
You can't block me. You can't block me. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
Throwing is Wentz. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run, watch the run.
81, 81.
Wentz going to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Throwing now is Wentz. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.